Flashing lights in the dark barracks on up. Engines scream till the wild hearts succumb. Virtual roads where the asphalt sweat fire, chasing glory through the chaos of desire. Your TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Roaring engines, pixels bursting like flames. Digital warriors, no face, just names. Science going for the sweet finish line. Sweat soaked battles outside space and time. Nerd TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Roaring engines, pixels burst like flames. Digital warriors, no face, just names. Tires calling for the sweet finish line. Sweat soaked battles outside space and time. Nerd TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Strap me in, fuel me with untamed speed. Data in the storm, all the rush I need. Glitches on the edge, chaos in the stream. Sim racing paradise, unraveling the sea. Nerd TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Flashing lights in the dark barracks on up. Engines scream till the wild hearts succumb. Virtual roads where the asphalt sweat fire, chasing glory through the chaos of desire. Your TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Roaring engines, pixels bursting like flames. Digital warriors, no face, just names. Science going for the sweet finish line. Sweat soaked battles outside space and time. Nerd TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Roaring engines, pixels burst like flames. Digital warriors, no face, chaos of the endless night. Fight to fight, we live for speed. Nothing defeats our endless need. Heartbeats pound and engines cry. Best broadcast under the virtual sky. Turn the wheel, feel the breakneck roll. Sim racers tearing through the thunder soul. Gear shifts crack like a lightning storm. Digital warriors breaking the norm. Turn the wheel, feel the breakneck roll. Sim racers tearing through the thunder soul.
And welcome back to Nerd TV for another OTSS Contender Series race live from the southeast corner of the United States, Homestead, Miami Speedway. As we're going to go 150 laps in the Contender Series. And so this is a new change for us on Thursdays. We've called other series in the past on this day, but now it belongs to OTSS here. And here is your race information here this evening as we get our countdown to green underway presented by, of course, Icon Apparel Company. Get all your esports teams geared up completely at iconapparelcompany.com. And there's your race information. 1.5 miles as the length of the track. Air temp 81, a little bit warmer compared to Tuesday. 97 on the surface. One extra set of tires behind the wall for the B car series. 3 green white checker to tips and still 100% fuel capacity, which should run between 53 to 58 laps, somewhere in that range, a little bit longer than the trucks go. So there's it for race number 1 here at Homestead. My name is Jeremy Stanley, aka Jay Stanley on the interwebs. Dustin calling the shot here this Thursday, not Jason. It is Dustin to fire it off for the first ever Contender Series for OTSS.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, it's Jeremy, if the Select Series was any sign of what to expect tonight, a little rocky on the start of the Select Series. There was 33 drivers there on Tuesday. But after the first couple cautions, man, they started ripping that, started putting on some good show. And I would expect nothing less out of these drivers. 23 drivers slated to take the grid tonight. It's going to show 24, and that's because Stephen Hayes didn't know about the spectate. So we actually get to call his name in the starting grid as he is race control tonight for the Contender Series presented by Certitudes. But it's going to be a good one, Jeremy. This track, always great racing. The truck showed that. I mean, the B car, the O'Reilly car, whatever you want to call them. Some people still call them the Xfinity car. Probably one of the more solid entries in the eNASCAR stable that they have. So definitely going to be a good one tonight.
Xfinity. They sponsored NASCAR, but not for this series, no mo. It's also a green brand. It's O'Reilly in real life, and it's Contender here, both green, and just like us, we're green here. Speaking of green, this is a whole new series, man. They've opened up the trucks for 2 seasons. They're on their 3rd one now, and they're changing it up for the first time here. So the game's a little different, Dustin. We got 30 more laps, a little bit longer of a race. We have fixed setups. Tuesdays are open. This is fixed, but however, it's not just any fixed setup. It is provided by twistedspeedsetups.com, so they're going to run their fastest setups they can produce here on this Contender Series. So these cars are going to be extra fast compared to the fixed stock setup that iRacing provides, which isn't terrible per se, but this is just going to be so much better. It's going to give drivers a little more versatility around this track. And with a little bit hotter surface, I think these drivers are going to need it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's Twisted Speed Setups. We've been supporting them on a partnership with that stable over there. Awesome stable, good group of guys, good ownership and administration back behind there. So super awesome that they were able to come on board and provide all of the fixed setups for the entire Season 1 of the Contender Series. Like you said, the Select Series is fixed setups, but they run the iRacing fixed setups. They wanted to make the Contender Series a little bit different when it came to this, and this was their answer. So I love the idea. Definitely should pose for some excellent racing, because these setups can get very racy. These cars can get very racy, Jeremy, and the schedule that they have, even more racier. So it's gonna be a banger of a season.
Yeah, 1000%. I'm a B car guy. I know you're a C truck guy, but I am all about this series when I run oval, which I haven't done much of this season. Maybe we'll change that on Wednesdays. Who knows? But yeah, this is my favorite oval car on the circuit of anything iRacing, except maybe the new Arca can kind of sort of fit there, but this car is it for me. So here we go. Checker flags are out in the practice session. So the fastest driver to open up the first session ever in practice is Donnie Honeycutt, driver the number 22. And let's see if he can go sweeping this and qualifying. So we're going to get cameras off your screens, go full screen mode for these drivers as they're going to go 2 laps within the next 5 minutes to try to see if they can post their fastest time possible on a cold set of virtual Goodyears. Look at the crowd. Virtual stands completely full, ready to see 150 laps from the OTSS boys. With over 20 to 25 entries here tonight. What a great number, Dustin, for a brand new series.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't go wrong with that. It's awesome that they have the, that they were able to fill this series up. And Jeremy, us nerds over here, we didn't have any doubt whatsoever that they were going to be able to do that. But I'm super excited. I'm like you. I do enjoy the B car. I think I like the new Arca car a little bit more. I run a series on Mondays with Scott Martin from Icon Apparel, and we have a blast over there. But the O'Reilly car, the B car, it's right there with it. Very competitive, very fast. So I do want to make mention, chats are lighting up, Jeremy. We got to sit here and make sure that we shout those chats out.
Who, me?
Who, me?
Yeah, we got Let's Go Wallthorn from Alicia Gonzalez, and then we have Berserker on here saying yo guys, which I know he's a favorite on the chats here, watching you, whether it be on this broadcast or whether it be you just driving a sim car in a league race, no matter if it's Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, whatever. And then you got Fitz the G9 also out there saying good luck to Mr. Luna.
Luna always brings the fan base. Yeah, man.
Yeah, in a few weeks.
Let's go.
It's a new name, so I like to see it. So bring it on. We already got 20 viewers, Dust. I think we topped like 25, 26 on Tuesday. We even touched the green flag for the race yet, and we're almost at that number already.
Love it.
Also, hold on. Oh, I guess my soundboard's not working. I'm going to go bam, 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 bam. I asked you guys last night, right before the closing of the broadcast, to subscribe to our page. And we are at a nice, even, crispy 600 subscribers. So thank you guys for making that happen.
Let's go. Thank you guys. Couldn't do it without you. That's the whole reason why that channel is there, is for you guys and all these drivers that we showcase here on the broadcast. So much love, respect, and appreciation for everybody out there that is subscribed.
Very good there. I'm going to try getting this kind of sad that my soundboard's not working at the moment. We're going to get this thing working, but either way. We got 2 minutes left in the session. We got a lot of times already posted. The 15, one of the Honeycutts, DJ, up there right now. Fastest time posted with a 33.479. Oh, there we go. I got my soundboard back. That was the wrong button, but it works, so there we go.
Oh, we're learning things. We're learning things, yeah, Jeremy. We're doing things in real time.
In real time. And speaking of real time, you guys have to get used to some of these number changes. The numbers are locked on our end to the series or to the league. So if a driver registers, let's say DJ at 15, he's got that number, right? But when you have different series, sometimes people like to drive different numbers. So you might see a little bit of a collage, like the 94 of Altus, he's P2. We might call him the car number 18 because that's what he is here in the actual high racing session. So apologize if we get those mixed up. Maybe we'll just use names and not numbers and we won't confuse anybody, but we'll see how time goes here. 1 minute left in the session. Got just, I think, what, 2 more stragglers, just a couple more out here. And that's it. This is Sharn Hill's final lap.
Actually,
3 and 4.
I think they're actually just out there trying to get extra laps, Jeremy. Everybody has posted a time. All 23 entries have posted a time here for the OTSS Contender Series. I think they're just trying to, like you said, Sharn Hill was on his last lap. I think Abram Ghostin was just pulling a couple extra laps. Should be a good one, Jeremy. I mean, I think this is the first time we've seen every driver go out there and post a time that is competing in the event that we are producing.
Minus that Stephen Hayes guy. But Stephen Hayes is not racing. He is admin. He is race control, which is usually a Robert Martin thing on
We're still going to
Tuesday
call
night.
his name in the grid. We are definitely calling his name in the grid because we have not seen this man on the track in a hot minute. Had that new beautiful baby, and has been doing family time. So we are definitely calling his name, Jeremy.
Gonna call his name, and his sponsor that he likes to run, Whataburger, finally
sponsor.
dusted. I have one within 30 minutes of my house after
My man.
like
My man.
10 plus years of waiting for it. It's finally here. I gotta drive like just 30 minutes into Orlando total, and I have one. So I'll be going there shortly. But we got new cameras. We use Whiplash as our base, so appreciate Whiplash for letting us use your cameras and whatnot. And then we also have some of my creation that I did over this 2-week off season. We're going to some new cameras, some from Whiplash that you're currently used to seeing the past 2 seasons plus. But here we go. We are gridding. So here's the starting lineup here for the first ever OTSS Contender Series. DJ Honeycutt and Joshua Altus take the front row. Second row, it's going to be presented by Polly Torrance and Jacob Grant there in P4. Row 3 and 5th, you're going to find Abram Ghost in the 25. Tyler Honeycutt starts in P6. Row 4 and 7th place will be Bobby Mantle in the 89. Donnie Honeycutt in the 22. And to complete the top 10, Jason Pick in the 53. Jesse Winnington in 10th. 11th place will be EJ Luna to the outside, Sharn Hill. Row number 7 and 13th will be the 79 of Anthony Yankello and David Odendahl there in the car number 88. P15 will be Danny White. Nicholas Walthorn will start in 16th place. 17th will be Brad Miner, and to his outside, John Kelly in car number 4, position 18. 19th will be Rocky Scott, and to the outside, the 72 of Jonathan Gaston. 21st will be Chad Garcia. 22nd place will be the 66 of Dave Harrington. P23 is Lauren Vincent, and to his outside, a Dale Senior scheme there by Stephen Hayes. And that's it.
Love
Just,
it.
You know, a random senior scheme at Homestead to start off the year. I've seen some repeat schemes between the trucks already just from Tuesday. Some new schemes, some new numbers. Let's see how this turns out.
It's going to be a good one, Jeremy. Like I said, this track always poses good racing, but one thing that we learned from the Select Series is tire management, pit strategy. There's 30 extra laps that these drivers are going to have to run tonight compared to what they ran on Tuesday for the Select Series. So that is something they're going to have to take into consideration here. And something else, Jeremy, is that tire wear. I mean, we've seen a lot of drivers that were taking it up to the wall, and that tends to really heat those tires up because speed equals heat in tire wear, and you carry more speed. But we've seen Ross Tatum run a very, as he put, unorthodox or weird line that he learned way back in the day that Tyler Honeycutt tried to mimic as well, and it was working. So we'll see if any of the drivers tuned in to watch the broadcast to see that tidbit, and we'll see if we see that line being used tonight.
Great wall shots here. By the way, the Contender Series is presented by us, the Shirtitudes branding of the Nerditudes. So you can find that at nerditudes.gg. Look at Nerd Swag and our Shirtitudes lineup that Dustin's created all by his lonesome. Maybe some inspirations from elsewhere, but it's a beautiful little collection that should be growing here shortly as Green Flag is out for the first ever start in the Thursday series with the B-Class car. Rolling off right into turn number 1 here. Battle. No break for the 15. He's going to have that Joshua Altus there on the outside. Going to contend for that lead right away. Trying to prevent DJ from leading the first lap of the race as they have a little 2-car breakaway as we go right on the window post for the passenger side.
Yeah, and these two have been neck and neck since the drop of the green flag. Excellent start by both the leaders of both the inside and outside lane, Jeremy. And you see that high line momentum that's going through. This is going to be a good one. And you see two completely varying lines from both drivers that is doing it, like you said, big time breakaway. But look further back. I mean, we have a gaggle right here. This is right around that 5th place. Tyler Honeycutt, EJ Luna, Donnie Honeycutt, they're all right here. Bobby Mantle in the mix there as well. And Jeremy, fresh tires, this is where you're going to get it. We got some 3-wide battling going on in the back here, and you're going to see that nonstop all night long. That's going to be Brad Miner in the middle there. He's going to have the 69 of Rocky Scott to his inside, and he's going to have the 72 Jonathan Gaston to his outside.
Easy to find 3-wide here at Homestead. You're already finding it right now. Brad Miner up the middle, Jonathan Gaston on the outside. Rocky Scott in the inside lane. Still holds 2-wide now here as the outside does break away. Gaston, that is. As we look right at the 46, awesome view here, looking at the battle on track, which this camera might get a lot of usage, Dustin, because there's going to be a lot of this here tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, that's why we went in the off season and really tried to work some angles to really put you guys and you viewers into the mix when it comes to these battles, because that's where you really start getting the feel for it. You see how close they get. You hear the throttle control. You hear the tires squealing as they're really getting into it if they overdrive it. So you're going to see a lot of that. You're going to see a lot of our spoiler cam presented by Frost Buddy. We're going to try to bring every great angle at you guys, but as well as the wide angles to really showcase all these drivers.
A lot of different angles between Whiplash and ourselves to present all that information to you. By the way, this race is sponsored by Ghost Motorsports. On Tuesday, they just simply called it the Ghost Motorsports 180. Tonight, they're calling it the Palm Trees and Sunshine 225. So if you're wondering where that came from, well, it's probably one of the 25 Honeycutts out here that came up with that name as you're running here.
Are we at 25?
5.
We just throwing out random numbers at this point.
Anything more than the previous number that was spoken of, I think that's probably the correct answer. So I guess that's user dependent on what number you actually choose. But I think that's what we're going with right now, 25 to start the season.
All right, at this rate, man, we're going to end with like 62. I mean, it's going to get there.
You know, we just keep duplicating and the drivers just allow it to happen. So as we're single file here at the front, the 18, Joshua Altis, been leading every single lap so far, which actually I'm kind of surprised, Dustin. Your pylon there, the vertical pylon in qualifying, said 94 for Altis. I guess the horizontal one wanted to say 18, so I guess we got something right.
Yeah, well, because that one, so here's the thing, that one there actually takes the data that is pulled into iRacing that they register with. Now, if I sit here and decide to go, let's say, the Twisted Speed Setups telemetry, there you go. That's where the 94 comes in. That's the one that we got to try to work on a workaround here. But if you catch the Select Series, you're going to know these driver numbers when they pop up because you're going to be very familiar with them.
100%. By the way, Twisted Speed Setups, like I said in the pre-race, that is all these guys can be running on Thursdays is those setups. And they are some of the fastest ones on the iRacing service on average from week in and week out. It's not like there's a one-off here, one-off there. Like, they are fairly consistent, I would say, across the board. And I love using them on the Road Series stuff personally. I've tried a couple in the road ones and kind of been meh, but these ones I can actually, hammer down. And I don't know who decided to put the reverse Chili's logo on there. They got 2 Chili's on the
I was
pillar.
waiting for you to say something, Jeremy, our resident painter. The only guy that paints cars for me, besides the one off here or there that Steve Rada paints for me, I was waiting for you to point that out.
Yeah, instantly there. We got the spoiler camera presented by Frost Buddy. Full serviced here. This has been refreshed a couple times. And the first time we get to break it on the live scene is riding on board the newcomer to OTSS, David Odendahl on the 88. Getting some great views here off of his right rear quarter panel, facing forward, of course.
He's been running
Most of
good.
the drivers.
Up 7 positions, Jeremy, into P7. So, I mean, excellent start here for Odendahl.
Yeah, 100% there. I'm excited to see what the new names can do because, we know we have some fast drivers in OTSS, but when you get those fresh batches of names that pop up, you kind of hope for some success. That's from the new guys, chasing down the veterans here of the series. And new race leader, your pole sitter, the 15, DJ Honeycutt, to the point there, passing Altus, I think, 2 laps ago. And now for first time since lap number 9, 15 is going to lead the charge.
Going to lead the charge. And somebody else, too, that has been very quietly running right where he started, P3, Paulie Torrance, has been doing a fantastic job right now. And it's great. I don't know what it is. I mean, Paulie just looks like one of those guys. It would be fun as hell just to hang out and have some brewskis with. And I always enjoy when I see that number 6 up there. And that I'm a little bit partial to that because I know our good buddy Scott Martin is a huge Mark Martin fan. So 6 is also very good to him. So it always puts a smile on my face when I see the 6 running good. But under a lot of pressure right now from the 89 of Bobby Mantle, Jeremy, as Mantle is really putting the pressure on the 6 of Paulie Torrance.
Mark Martin's popular in our Nerditudes family because Kenny Bishop as well. I mean, he's a current Connor fan, but overall, Mark Martin's his -- driver. So,
and Mark Martin, he's just a stud, man. I mean, he's a down to earth, like he don't care. He just tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. The guy's awesome.
Yeah, top 3 character in NASCAR of all time. Maybe some low key moments at times, but that guy can say a word or two when he wants to. As we got a great views here from our caffeine team member running the VR camera. Not sure actually what VR camera he runs. I don't know if he's told you. I have no idea. But
I don't know, man.
He's turning his head into the corners like you would in real life. Remember, he's sitting in a computer chair that's stationary, and this man is doing full realism, turning that head. Well, he turned it the opposite way for some reason, but now he's turning it more inward.
You know
here
why?
For the corners.
He's checking his mirrors, Jeremy. So while he was going through the corner, he's checking his A-pillar mirror right there to see, especially when he was side by side with Paulie Torrance, to see exactly where his clearance was down the straight. He's checking his rear view mirror back there, the big long one that's to the right. So he actually has to turn his head to check the mirror, unlike some of us rookie drivers where we just have that virtual mirror that's dead smack center in the screen. We just look up. Nah. Our man Bobby Mantle here, he has to actually turn his head like real drivers do.
Yeah, 100% there. Only driver doing it in the field. Appreciate him doing that for us. And Dustin, there's a camera angle that we kind of refreshed that we have not showcased yet. I want to see what it looks like, maybe with Jacob Grant or someone like Paulie, who's kind of in the mix there. The nose camera. I got this thing as low to the ground as possible without it cutting into the track. And it just has a really good refreshed view, and it swivels from left to right. So not only is it positioned lower, it got a nice little bokeh effect to it. We can turn it like they used to back in the day, and you get some great views from this camera, especially when they're too wide like this at Homestead.
Yeah, and like I said, you guys, we reworked the cameras. Let us know in the chats what you guys think about some of these cameras to try to bring the action a little bit closer to you, because as you guys have known us, if you followed us for a while or if you're new, you're going to learn something about us. We always try to do new things to try to make you viewers happy, to keep you guys entertained and into the race, and that's our main goal.
And we're doing it with these angles right here. Great views from this 2x2x2 pack. Look at this. They started this race 17 laps ago, and we have 7 cars that are underneath one blanket throw on the back straightaway this time, as they remember their fuel strategies around 55-ish. I think, Dustin, maybe you said
58.
Tuesday that it was 58.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
around
so
58 approximately, and those are approximate numbers because it depends on how hard or soft and how conservative the driver's running.
Yeah, 1,000%. If it's me, I'm hard all the time. So, and we're 3 wide almost right here. Look at the drivers up there against the outside wall. You got the newcomer on the 88. You got Jacob Grant, who Jacob actually all the time runs that outside lane if he possibly can. He knows that the fastest way around the track's like in the middle, just above that first seam. You see right there the 3 cars in line, the 4. They're just above that first seam is the fastest lane overall. But depending on the traffic and depending on where the cars in front of you are positioned. When you go up to the outside wall, you break clear of the dirty air, and you get the momentum off the corner, and then all of a sudden that becomes the fastest lane.
Absolutely. And that's one thing about this track here too, Jeremy, is drivers can be fast in a multitude of different lanes. I mean, that's why you see them fanning out. We still see them 2 and 3 wide at times. And like you said, I mean, this top 7 has been racing, but 8th place right here, Jonathan Gaston, is kind of the bridge, kind of bridging the gap between the lead pack here and that second pack. And that's got Gaston, Tyler Honeycutt, Jesse Whittington, Jason Pick, and Anthony Ankello back there as well. And these guys are just as close as that first pack, Jeremy. Like, the racing is fierce right now.
Racing is fierce, and new leader, Bobby Mantle, car number 89, who has the half a car length advantage over the 15 on down the back straightaway. Coming off of turn number 4, the inside lane. Works pretty well off of turn 4, and it's going to work well for the 15. DJ back to the point this time around. But when they get to 1 and 2, the radius of these corners, they sharpen up. And so you're going to see the 15 take a little lead here, but watch Mantle on the outside.
This run,
he's going to get so much momentum, about 5 mile an hour difference. Goes from almost being completely passed to doing the passing entirely. And this is where the inside, and this is where Homestead becomes so cool, because 3 and 4, it's a lot more sweeping, and it gives the driver a chance to get back to the point here, just like you see the 15 do here.
Yeah, and I mean, this track sets up, contact there, door to door between DJ Honeycutt and Bobby Mantle. Still both drivers, it didn't seem like it phased them, didn't even slow them down. They're still side by side, neck and neck through the turn.
As Dustin has found the perfect camera angle for this battle off the driver's side there of Mantle. Looking at the 15, DJ backing up the corner, and it does so good at doing that. He loses a half a car length, but then he gets right to the door of the 89. Doesn't get the speed like he wanted this time. It's going to be 89, sole position of the race lead on lap 23 of our scheduled 150 laps here this evening. And Dustin, we're going to go turn up the tubes, listen to these cars go around Homestead, because they're so packed up. We get some great sounds from them. We'll be right back. those turn up the tubes there with the newly installed wall cameras around Homestead here, and those cameras are shaking and those sounds are so beautiful. But now we're 31 laps into this 150 lap event here for the Palm Trees and Sunshine 225 presented by Ghost Motorsports. And we got a new contender. It's 99 versus 98. David Odendahl. Look at this guy. We talked about him. Dustin did specifically on how well he was doing, and well, he's a race leader.
Yeah, I didn't prove us wrong at all. I mean, he has been cooking, Jeremy, in that 88. And you know me, I'm partial to the 8, the 88, and the 81 for my own my own reasons as a Dale Jr. fan. Love seeing that. As it gets a little loose there, has to back it out, but still maintains momentum. And I tell you what, he's given Bobby Mantle a run for his money right now. He has been pressuring him every corner now for about the last 5 laps, Jeremy.
If you haven't heard about TwistedSpeedSetups.com at this point, do you see how stacked up these guys are? The normal in-game fixed setup, there's usually a huge separation in the field. No, not this one. They are running top, they are running bottom, they are all stacked up through the entire field. As we load up our iRacing iFlag track map, we will show you what 33 laps looks like. Look at that.
Look at that.
They're all on the max straightaway, 33 laps in. This just tells you how good these drivers are and how good this setup is.
That is crazy, because at this point in even the Select Series on Tuesday, Jeremy, at that long run, we had a separation. Like, that, it was a half a track, Jeremy. We're a quarter of a track. That's it. I mean, these things are ripping. We're seeing drivers that we typically don't see up at the top of the track. And speaking top of the track, EJ Luna, a little bit of wall glue there. But, I mean, we have our typical drivers we know that go up there. Jacob Grant, we know, goes up there. EJ Luna goes up there. We know that. We know we have those particular drivers that love ripping that lip like that right up next to that wall. But we've been seeing more drivers move up to that high line that we typically don't see up there, Jeremy. And I would have to say that part of that is, you know, credited is going to be the setups ran by Twisted Speed Setup.
Yeah, it definitely plays a factor for sure, and it is creating a very entertaining first half of this race. We started off Tuesday, 4 or 5 cautions, bang, 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 just like that off the rip. We haven't seen, I think, more than 2 sets of car contacts, and that one time was when you had it on camera between the race leaders, Mantle and DJ Honeycutt. Then we've seen EJ bounce off the wall about umpteenth times on that turn up the tune segment. And then, so outside of that, though, it has been contact-free, super racy, and they're just logging some laps here.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what they're doing. Like you said, you've seen a couple drivers, and Jeremy, I mean, props and hats off. I'm one driver that it's hit or miss for running that high line. Sometimes I can have that sweet touch to where I can work the throttle, because you got to work the throttle to keep the speed up and keep it off that wall. And there's other times where I just can't do it. And I mean, you're going to have times where you have contact. Like you said, we'd seen Gaston scrape the wall, EJ Luna scrape the wall. But hats off to the drivers that can do that lap after lap after lap. And I mean, just be very methodical with it, and like just laser guided weapon. It's nuts what some of these drivers can do.
Yeah, it's fantastic stuff here. 37 laps now on the way. We got pit stops. If they want to break it down, they could go 50, 100, 150, because they have those extra 8 average laps extra past the 50 lap mark. So we could potentially see pit stops in 13 laps, but we'll see if they want to extend that out and maybe make the third stint a lot shorter of a run if they continue like this and stay caution free through this entire event here to start off the very first race of the Contender Series. You see a little bit of pass action here, but I think this is the first time in a while, Dustin, we got a little calmness out here with the majority of the field going. Oh, Tyler! Lucy bounced off that white line. EJ almost found some contact there, and we stay good.
Yeah, and Jeremy, I wouldn't put it past. Like I said, the estimated lap was 58. Remember, that's estimated because drivers could run more conservative. I mean, theoretically, you could see a driver try to stretch it 60 laps and go 60, 120. and then be done at that point in time and try to two-stop it. So, I mean, anything is possible at that point in time. So that's the great thing about this size of track, these 1.5 miles, is you have that pit strategy that's mixed in with it. And you don't know what these drivers are doing. Jeremy, we don't even know what these drivers' plans are. We're calling it on the fly as it happens, and there's times where we're guessing what their pit strategy is. Sometimes we're spot on. Sometimes if we were shooting for shit, we wouldn't catch a whiff.
You know, you're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong with that. But these two drivers in your camera view, they catch all of it. They are just crushing the field on average. We saw the 88 have a moment getting up there, mixing it up. We saw OTSS getting up there, mixing it up. But at the end of the day, it's been Bobby Mantle and DJ Honeycutt just been the class of the field on the short run, the long run, even in the middle. They haven't really fallen out of the top 3 or 4. So you're seeing a little bit of separation between the top 5, but it's just remaining to be these two drivers on stint number 1.
Yeah, DJ and Bobby have been, I mean, even battling, they have still been giving themselves a little bit more distance in between themselves and Joshua Altus there in 3rd place. And David Odendahl, who, again, was putting on massive pressure to Bobby Mantle for that race lead, has fallen back to P4, but still fantastic run right now. He's about to ready to lose another position to Jesse Whittington. But again, still up 9 to 10 positions from where he started, or getting close to the tail end of the run. I mean, that's an excellent run right there. Paulie Torrance is going to be in your 6th place. Jacob Grant has kind of settled right now for the moment in 7th, but him and Tyler Honeycutt in a dead heat battle now that Tyler Honeycutt was able to get around the 24 of EJ Luna. So these two side by side battling it out for P7.
Ooh. Contact to the outside wall goes Grant. Tyler Honeycutt came on the radio and apologized for squeezing him. And so no harm, no foul. All is good between these two drivers over the radio chats. As we're seeing EJ Luna, Jacob Grant, still loving to rip that outside lane there as high as they possibly can go without getting into the marbles. They know not people are up there, so the marbles are just right up against that wall. You can't drive it super far up or else you will lose the handling of the car, but they're doing what they can as high as they can go and still maintain that good speed there. Honeycutt leads by 2/10. Altus back there in 3rd, 8/10. And if you go all the way to 10th, you're 3.5 seconds back. So that just kind of shows you, well, there you go. There's a little wall contact there from the spoiler cam presented by Frost Buddy.
Yeah, Bobby Mantle, he was way up there, Jeremy. It actually looked like he might have got into some of that marble buildup that you were just talking about. And you lose the front grip on these cars when you get in those marbles, and then it just slowly drags you into that wall, and then you get wall glued, and you have to work the throttle and the wheel just to get out of there. Now you see Bobby being a little bit more conservative now, about 1/4 of a width there, slowly inches. I wouldn't go any higher than that, Jeremy, because that's where that marble buildup is. And that's exactly what Bobby Mantle stays away from. He keeps it about that 1/4 width off of that wall, and that's the fast lane around.
Coming up on pit stops here in the next 5 or 6 laps at the earliest. And they can go all the way to the next 13 laps on a full fuel cycle. Oh, the 18 of Altus, wicked loose, my gosh. And he's going to lose a position to Mr. Whittington, who's now put himself in the first time 3rd place, top 3. Jesse, one of the newcomers here at OTSS, late in the going on this run, showing his face.
Yeah, doing an excellent job. Good heads-up driving by Altus on that one there, because that thing was wicked wobbly coming off of the corner there. Got it down to the inside, straightened it up. Jesse Whittington able to capitalize on that. Now gets it, just slides that wall a little bit, but still maintains. So top 3, DJ Honeycutt, Bobby Mantle, Jesse Whittington. As we are approaching lap 48, that means we are approaching our first round of green flag pit stops, Jeremy.
100% here. And I think one of our partners here, probably not going to get any airtime, minus maybe the track map, but iRacingIFlag.com, very cool product. They have a couple things in the works But these guys right there, that's one of their newest ones, the iRacing iDash, where it's your all-in-one screen, all your car information you can mount to whatever box that you're running, whether it be just your desk, whether it be you can mount it on top of the actual steering. Drawing a blank on it. The thing that your wheel mounts to, whatever you want to mount it to, you can see everything data-wise from your car. You also have the 64 LED system that's on your top left-hand side of your screen now. That has all your iRacing notifications built in a bright, custom 3D printed casing of your color choice with up to 2 different logo sets to customize onto the stand of it. So, very cool product to complete your sim rig, and that's all at iRacingIFlag.com.
Yeah, they are the presenting sponsor of that flappy piece of yellow fabric that OTSS has been known not to actually display. So we got to try to give love to our partners and supporters of both Nerditudes and OTSS, because without their help, we wouldn't be here doing what we're doing and trying to bring some amazing products to you guys and showcase their amazing products.
Newcomer for position number 2 as we have a pit stop there from Anthony Yankello. You see the pit lane time. That's one of our new features for this year, is you get to see in real time not just their pit stop time, but how long they've spent in total from the very beginning of pit road to the very end. 3, 2, 1 at the box. Easy entrance there, and try not to overslide it for the first ever pit stop for tonight. And I think Bob Mantle giving up P3. He's coming down.
Yeah, he's coming down as well, and you're going to see it. There you go. That left side lighten up. Like you said, new feature that is in real time. Tells you their time on the entire pit lane and their time in their pit stall. So that way it's a visual representation of where a driver may gain or lose time on pit road. Because, Jeremy, we've stated it time and time again. Races are won and lost on pit road, especially when it's green flag pit stops.
1,000% here, looking down a very nice view of pit road and looking at these nice, beautiful cars going down the front straightaway here for the 52nd time. Lap 52, so just past the 1/3 or 33% completion of this event. As you see, still a lot of drivers cycling through right now. Luna, now White, Scott, Minor, Garcia on pit road, down to 3 now, as that will continue to just revolve on your screen until they get all completed through pit stop cycles, which started 2 laps ago. I'll probably see that cycle through for the next 3 or 4 laps.
Race leader DJ Honeycutt giving up P1 to come down pit road on lap 53, coming to 54. So he's going to give that up, Jeremy, and it looks like these drivers are right on that. They're looking like they're going to try to 3-stop this 50, 100, and that's it.
3, 2, 1 at the box. Good, easy stop there for the 15. I've not seen a single penalty pop up on our SDK live feed here. Looking at the 94 Whittington leading this event. The car's slipping and sliding right behind him. Trying to find some grip here, which I'm kind of surprised he's running this many laps. That's the 4, by the way, of John Kelly, also a newcomer here, not just to the series, but to the league entirely. So it's temporarily going to be a battle for these two for the race lead.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they are doing. They are trying to put on a heck of a battle. As apparently we need a better producer because
You chose the wrong camera for that.
I chose the wrong camera angle for that rotation, clearly. But right now, Kelly has the lead, but the 94 Whittington battling back right now with that highline momentum.
Going to the outside there, the 94 Jesse has not really found that lane too often, but since he has the 4 Kelly just getting around him, he's now experimenting for the last couple laps before he finds himself down pit road. Abram Ghoston's the only one on, just exits there at a 45.7 second completion on pit road. He's on the exit road now to get back to the back straightaway, which we can resume on the racing surface. DJ Honeycutt just slipstreams right by these guys as we're just waiting for the remainders as we load up our AI Chief pit road pit stop report, and you have the top nine drivers left to pit on lap 56. They are running it all the way to the fuel tank says, I'm done.
Yeah, and like I said, when we were talking pit strategies, Jeremy, that was one of them that were like, well, they possibly could. And once these guys rotate out through green flag pit stops, DJ Honeycutt has got his lap back the hard way, but Bobby Mantle is actually further ahead. There he is going into turn one. Once this rotates through, Bobby Mantle is going to have a pretty substantial lead over the rest of this field, as we got David Odendahl down pit road now in that 88 machine, comes to the stall, clean entry, clean stop, now at the service of his virtual crew.
Rest of the drivers are radioing. It sounds like Tyler Honeycutt is, John Kelly in the 4 is, Donnie Honeycutt in the 22 is. Let's see who else is going to be coming down this time. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Hang on to her there, Toyotas. This Motorsports almost destroyed themselves there.
Yeah,
and 3 drivers in this time.
Yeah, and those 3 drivers, that is Ghost Motorsports. So we haven't pulled this up in a hot minute, Jeremy, but Tyler Honeycutt, Donnie Honeycutt, and John Kelly, 6th, 7th, and 8th right now. That is Ghost Motorsports. Of course, we know DJ Honeycutt, who has already come down to the service for pit, as well as Brad Miner has as well. So this will round out the remaining part of the Ghost Motorsports stable.
Now we're just waiting on Jesse Whittington, Joshua Altus, Polly Torrance, and that's it. Those drivers are left to come down pit road. Jason Pick is on right now. One more with a lockup there. Jonathan Gasson in the 72. He's down pit road. 3 drivers left. That's all it is. And Joshua Altus in the 18 calling a shot this time. Polly Torrance also doing the same thing. If he can get down, he's stuck on the outside lane. I think he's not going to do it. This is going to get dicey. No, he cannot get down. And that's going to slow him down quite a bit. Way outside. He's on lap 60, Dustin. That fuel tank has to be just completely empty at this point.
The Twisted Speed Setups onboard telemetry says, yes, Jeremy, you are correct. At this point, he has got to be running on fumes at this point in time. And that was tough because, like you said, he was stuck in the middle. Could not get down, had to stretch it an entire another lap as Joshua Altus and Jesse Whittington came down pit road the previous lap. But, Jeremy, it does look like Paulie Torrance in that 6 is going to be able to make it. So, excellent job by that. Is going to lose a little bit of time trying to get down the previous lap, but at least did not run out of fuel. That is the important thing.
Yeah, actually did a great job maximizing his speed efforts getting onto pit road. So that'll help recover some of that lost time from trying to get down to the bottom of 3 and 4 of the previous lap. So he's on pit road. And that's it. Bobby Mantle, your new race leader. As they cycle through, DJ Honeycutt is about 5 seconds back of Bobby, but Bobby was the second person to come down pit road. So a little bit of talent, a little bit of fresh Goodyear. That's the combination that Bobby needed to take the race lead as we are going to be on lap 62. And since, Dustin, they've all cycled through, we stay green flag. We are going picture-in-picture commercial break to give ourselves a little break. Cycle through to thank all of our partners. We'll be back.
can you do me a favor? I'm really hungry, but I'm trapped in here, and I dropped my last piece of boozy jerky on the floor. I can't reach it. Would you mind grabbing me a bag of the most tender, flavorful, booze-infused jerky on the planet? I promise I'll pay you back. I mean, I'd eat my piece, but I can't reach it. Oh, actually, I got it. Oh, it's so good. It's so tender, so flavorful. You should really pick yourself up a bag. But if you do, you can't eat it in here. Now, this is my spot. I own this spot. Boozy Jerky, the original booze-infused beef jerky with a pair, now available.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
And back here at full screen coverage as we got through all of our cycled partners, and still no yellow fabric floppy thing flying in the air here. We are 71 laps into this 150 lap event here for the Palm Trees and Sunshine 225, as we're 5 laps away, now 4 at the line, until we reach the halfway mark here in the first ever race here for the Contender Series. Dustin, I think this is an overwhelming positive view of this first half of this first race ever. I think this is a series to stay tuned with each and every single week.
Yeah, I mean, these drivers are putting on a hell of a show. They're keeping it clean, lots of room. You know, good heads-up driving. I mean, we've seen a couple of cars get loose. And, you know, drivers, good heads-up driving to keep everything going. We're coming up on halfway, Jeremy, and still clean and green right now. Fantastic job. Green flag pit stops has stretched out this field. So remember, and folks, we can't tell you, we went pretty much the entire first fuel run. And these cars were pretty much bunched up to about a quarter of the track. Like, that's not heard of very often. This is what green flag pit stops in 73 laps of clean and green will look like at Homestead. Now you see cars all over the track right now, and drivers are not on the lead lap. Drivers are still fighting, but one thing is for certain, that 89 Bobby Mantle out front by 3.3 seconds, but DJ Honeycutt is tracking him in, Jeremy.
Yeah, he's got some ground to make up. He's got slightly better tires based on the laps that they came down pit road, which you see right there is only 2 difference in laps, but it's still making a little bit of difference. All 5 of the past laps have been green. 0.15, 0.17, 0.24, 0.21. And let's see how this one stacks up here on lap 74 at completion. At the line, it's going to be 0.15. So yeah, continuing to climb up, and in that center stat, he's gaining about an average of 0.18 in 18 laps based on averages. He would be there, which is well within this current fuel cycle.
Yeah, so well within the fuel cycle. DJ Honeycutt is tracking in Bobby Mantle, so that's something we're going to keep an eye on. We'll bring up and use this this segment right here, Jeremy, the Buddy versus Buddy presented by Frost Buddy. Visit frostbuddy.com/nerditudes and check out what they have. They got some fantastic products that us nerds absolutely love using because it keeps our drinks either cold or hot. Either way, so fantastic stuff. But we'll definitely be using this, especially at races like this here where it's long and green. Sharn Hill in the 05 coming down pit road right now at lap 76. I don't know about that one, Jeremy. That one there seems like that might have been an unscheduled one because that is off cycle from any pit stop or pit strategy we had because he's already been down pit road once.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see Mr. Sharn come down pit road at that time, and I didn't see a reason why he would have. I didn't see any wreck or any spin. He just kind of casually chose to come down pit road, and usually if you do that, I mean, you know, there's Rocky Scott. He's coming down pit road in 69. Now,
no,
that's a spin. No, that's a spin on pit road, and he's gonna cut the. He did more. Did Kyle Larson wall there?
I think he is cooked on that one, Jeremy.
Oh, that's pun included.
Yeah, and this is a tough one, Jeremy, because that transition from the track down to pit road can upset the car, and you look at the bumps when he come down. And it just offset that car, and there you go. You see super, super loose all the way around, and he's going to, he's going to hit those barrels. That's what did it right there, big time. We only caught it as he was sitting on the outside safer barrels there, but it was the inside ones that did it. Man, tough hit for driver 69, Rocky Scott.
Yeah, I didn't see that inside contact there either, but yeah, that's heavy impact, and yeah, just too much speed carried, all 4 wheels off the ground, and that's all she wrote for Rocky in the first race of the Contender Series. We'll have to pack it up and head to the Nashville Fairgrounds. One of 2 races between the Tuesdays and Thursday series that's different from one another, and it's going to be week number 2. Going to Nashville Fairgrounds next Thursday. Stay tuned for that short track racing here in these B cars. That'll be fun to watch. As we're looking at one of the new drivers here, the number 4, John Kelly, in that Toyota from Ghost Motorsports, running P4 car number 4 is. Has a 3-second lead over 5th place Joshua Altis, but he's still 6 seconds back of your current race leader.
Yeah, and like you said, that's the schedules for the Select Series and the Contender Series are almost identical. There's only 2 races that are different. Next week's race, the Contender or the Select Series is going to North Wilkesboro. Going to be a banger of a race there, but the Contender Series is going to Nashville Fairgrounds, and then closer to mid-season, the Select Series goes to Coda. But the Contender Series is opting to take these cars to Road America, which should be an interesting race, Jeremy.
Yeah. And I really like that track as a driver. I know as a viewer that can be kind of tough. So I don't know what layout they're going to be running, but I'm hoping they take the latest NASCAR rendition one and run the little short-cutted one. That'd be kind of cool to see. But we'll find out when that race does pop up later on in the year. It was almost contact there between Brad Miner and Jason Pick on the front straightaway here. Nice little close battle between these two cars, plus Donnie Honeycutt in the 22.
Oh, drift up by Brad Miner. He's got to back way out to stay out of the 53 at Jason Pick. He's going to lose that spot and get wicked loose out of the corner trying to back it down. That's going to give Jason Pick that 13th position solidly as the double deuce of Donnie Honeycutt in that 22 trying to chase him down.
As Niner lost a ton of ground there. You see it outside the camera angle, tilting it about right there. A good old 10 to 15 car length separates him between that and the 22. Lap 83 currently going on to the 150. That's to be scheduled. You get the 3 green white checkered attempts if needed, but I don't think we're going to be using that, Dustin. What do you say?
No, the way that these drivers are racing, and I don't know if it's just, the car track combo, the setup combo. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's all of the above. That's usually the answer on a test. If you see D, all the above, that's usually the go-to answer. But these drivers, I'm like you, Jeremy. I don't think we are going to need any of those GWCs at this rate because these drivers are putting on a clinic. I mean, clean racing, excellent saves, excellent car control. And, I mean, we're still seeing some good battles going on here. Bobby Mantle still out front, but, Jeremy, that lead drastically cut down. You see Bobby Mantle, DJ Honeycutt are in the same frame now, which we didn't really have before, 1.2 seconds. And there's DJ coming out of the corner, back behind that 54 of Nicholas Walthorn. So he's coming, Jeremy. He is coming. Don't you do it either. Don't do it. Don't you cut that.
Nope. They're keeping that button nice and secure. It's on the other page. I think we're going to I'll give you one. But the second one, the chains will come off the box. I'll have to open it up, and then maybe we'll...
You got to fill the viewers in. For those that do not know, Jeremy likes clipping my audio because it could be taken in a way different fashion, and he loves giving me I was going to say something else, a difficult time. I wasn't going to sit here and say anything else because you take it. Man, you are going to make me really think about my words, Jeremy. You are such a...
I was coming. I was coming.
No doubt.
Right there. See? That's what he's doing to me, folks.
Yeah, that was a Denny Hamlin segment with Michael McDowell on last year's Actions Detrimental podcast with Denny Hamlin. But I got Dustin's clip. I was, like I said, I'm going to save him news for one. But, it's fun, though. You could actually clip the one I said earlier because I did that intentionally just for you. And I almost got you on microphone.
You almost did.
Got you.
I seen that. I seen it. I was like, nope, you're not baiting me. Not happening. Not tonight.
Not tonight. He's just getting some practice. We're gonna find a moment where we crack him or crack me or whoever's in the booth. Maybe it's Jason. It's easy to crack Jason when he's on the microphone, but Dustin's a little bit harder of a shell to crack open and find the good stuff there in the middle. So 88 laps in, Dustin, and as much as I enjoy a very clean, solid, fun race, and to see these drivers just hashing it out, I also know this is a little bit longer of a race than what they can used to run, and this thing's really spaced out. So appreciate you guys. 22 solid viewers currently viewing us on the YouTube side. Twitch is fighting us a little bit on the SDK coding for whatever reason. It says we're live on the behind the scenes page, but when you go to our front page on the actual website of Twitch, it doesn't show us live. So it's something that's being worked on, I think, maybe a little bit down the road. But these camera angles, though. Ooh, look at that handwork. Did you see that? Oh my.
That
I didn't think
was...
that camera was going to pick that up.
Yeah, that was good stuff. You seen Bobby Mantle get loose out of the corner, and you had to see him slide that wheel left and right real fast to keep that thing under control. That was a cool thing to see. I was not expecting the camera to actually pick up that detail, but it did. But right now, this is the battle for the race lead, Jeremy. Bobby Mantle on the top side. You see that 89 machine there? DJ Honeycutt, side drafts, really packing that air on the 15. And it's going to sit here and slow the 15 up there and get him a little loose out of the corner. Close battle here between Bobby Mantle and DJ Honeycutt.
Remember, DJ had to climb from 5 seconds back to find this moment in time, 10-ish laps or so before their next green flag pit stop. And he's got it this time. Mantle goes too high into turn 2, a little loose off exit, almost hits the wall. And he gives it up to DJ, and as he sets sail into turn 3, it is his lead to run. And they're starting to stack up behind him a little bit more here. The 54, not for position, but they're going to mix it up here a little bit with the race leaders.
Yeah, the 54 is not for position, but is in line to receive the extra lap presented by Extra Life if a flappy yellow fabric would happen to come out. But he could also do it the hard way and race and earn that lap back by passing Bobby Mantle and DJ Honeycutt. And Jeremy, he's right there. He's been hanging with both of these drivers for about the last 12 to 13 laps now. So he's there. He's got the ability to do it.
Yeah, 1,000% Nicholas Walthorn showing up here and just waiting. It's a very patient game, but these guys are so damn good at what they do and not bringing out these cautions. But you can try to do it the hard way, or you can just sit here and just try to collect it himself. Ooh. But Garcia right behind him misses really another battle within a battle.
It is.
Will. And so 2 races going on in the same camera angle, almost to lap 100. 7 laps to go before we get to the 2/3 completed mark in this event. That's presented by Ghost Motorsports for the Palm Trees and Sunshine 225.
Yeah, and like you said, excellent call on that, Jeremy, to point out. Not only do you have a battle for the race lead between Bobby Mantle and DJ Honeycutt, not so much a battle now as DJ's stretching that lead out, but you have the battle for that extra lap presented by Extra Life being that first driver 1 lap down. That's going to be between the 54 of Nicholas Walthorn and the 56 of Chad Garcia. So they're there. But Jeremy, also with all this battling, that is closing in and bringing in the 88 of David Odendahl and the 4 of John Kelly. That is your 3rd and 4th place drivers. They're now starting to creep into the picture to get close to put a little bit of battle and pressure on the 89 of Bobby Mantle.
Ooh, as he touches the wall, David, be careful up there. Didn't look like he's going to lose too much speed, maybe a car length or so, and that's about it. 5 cars all of a sudden stacked up in one camera angle here. This is why we have it locked in. And I'm sure this is frustrating for Bobby Mantle because he's just watching DJ just drive away. And Mantle cannot run his line because he's now in dirty air.
Yeah, and I mean, and here's the thing. It is frustrating as a lead lap driver when you know you have 2 lap down cars on your inside and blocking you out of your lane. But, I mean, those lap down cars, they're racing for position too. It may not be the lead position, but they're racing for position, and they're also racing to be that first car 1 lap down. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff here as we go 3 wide momentarily. Bobby Mantle puts it on the inside of the 56 of Garcia. He's going to send it in, run that midline. Garcia on the top side, 88 of Odendahl on the bottom. Bobby Mantle, wicked loose out of the corner, keeps a handle on it, down the front stretch, crossing the line.
And this is all done VR headset style here from the 89. Getting loose. Great save, by the way. Huge save. As he's continuing to run that very outside line. Right up against the outside wall, especially off corner exit here. And they go single file here momentarily. Down the back straightaway, headed off into turn 3 to complete lap number 96. 97 currently being run now. And just like that, Dustin, it took a little bit of time, but we got some racing on the track.
Yeah, and I mean, this is when it gets, I mean, it gets very tough. But when those tires start wearing, you get towards the end of a run, which we are right now, Jeremy. Remember, the first pit stops start happening around lap 51. So that means around lap 102, 101, 102, that's when we're going to probably start seeing some of these, a bigger group of these drivers drop down pit road for what will be their final pit stop of the race. But we have a good battle right now. John Kelly worked his way up to P2, just got around the 88 of Odendahl. Good race, good battle there for P2. And Jeremy, I'm kind of wondering how the pit strategy is going to work. I mean, we've seen the lead that Bobby Mantle got after the first round of green flag pit stops, and it took DJ Honeycutt nearly the entire fuel run to chase him down and get around him. If you play the cards right and this thing stays clean and green the way that it has, I mean, that could make or break. If Bobby Mantle tries to short pit to leapfrog and jump ahead like he did on the first round and saves a little bit of extra, that could be it. I mean, there's a number of different ways that this can play out.
Yeah, 100%. There is Kelly being P2 at the moment, 2.5 seconds back of the 15 of DJ Honeycutt, who has led the most laps here this evening. A lot of these drivers are now on the inside.
Don't we have something?
We got
for that?
stats. We got some stats that we can, and some slides that we can kind of just throw around at this point in time. TwistedSpeedSetup.com. Lap leaders. And it's actually kind of filled because of the huge cycle of pit stops. And Bobby Mantle, 46 in the books. DJ Honeycutt, 36. So DJ's actually not led the most laps. He's got 10 more to go through to get that top spot. Joshua Altus has 10 laps led. Jesse Winnington, 4. John Kelly, 3. Paulie Torrance, 2. And pit stops. Here we go. Lap 100, and they're going to cut it through. And pit road is a little busy.
Yeah, it's gonna be. This is a key stop, Jeremy. It is 100% a key stop. You have to be on your marks on this one here to make up as much ground as possible, because as long as this race is gone, that's where the separations, whether they're separations in gains or losses, has taken place, is right here on pit road.
Yeah, sure thing there. Looking at the 15. When does this guy come down pit road? Him and Mantle have yet to come down. David at there at P3. John Kelly, second place. Oh, hold on to it.
Woohoo!
Great little slide in. Really controlled
This time by.
slide.
You want to know when he comes in? This time by. Bobby Mantle's coming in now. If DJ doesn't want to have to work his car and tires the way that he did the last round, he comes in this time by now that Bobby's hit pit road.
Remember, Bobby came down first. Didn't play out for him in the long run. Did DJ wait a few extra laps?
He's
and
going
then he
to.
comes down?
Yep.
At least this time he does for sure. Mantle been the only driver this whole lap on pit road. 35 seconds currently spent on pit road. And I got some radio chatter. Maybe, yep, there comes the next driver.
Yep, Tyler Honeycutt, the 45, coming down. That is your Season 1 Select Series champion coming down pit road. So he knows how to do it, Jeremy, and we've seen him utilize pit strategy to take away some wins and put himself in contention. EJ Luna in that 24 also coming down for his final pit stop. Slides into the box right there. Good, clean entry. And race leader, DJ Honeycutt, coming down pit road. Looks like John Kelly, Ghost Motorsport teammate, also coming down pit road. So, Jeremy, pit road, getting fiery.
Get fired up here. The jacks are ready for these drivers. The lug nut guns are ready for the final time, presumably. Into the box. Great. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Slide. Too much for the 4, Kelly. He's going to lose about 3 seconds on that transaction. The average time on pit road is about 45 seconds. We'll see where Kelly ends up on that thing. If it's about 46 or
right
47,
there,
it's probably...
Well, I mean, look at the pit stop time in the stall. Usually it's about 14.7 to about a 15.2. He was in there 16.7, and he is off pit road at a 46, Jeremy. So that's about a second. He lost a second on pit road right there. That is going to be detrimental on the track.
Yeah, big numbers there. He must have had a really, really strong entrance to still maintain only a 46-second pit road through and through. As we got wall turn
absolutely
on.
had to have.
We got Garcia on, Polly Torrance, Abram Ghostin. They're on pit road right now. 5 drivers in. All of them coming out basically at this time. Good clean pit stops. Only the 4 car I've only seen have a little bit of a slide, but no penalty still to be issued. No nothing. Just clean pit stops. Love to see it. David Odendahl currently takes the race lead in that car number 88.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, good clean pit stops. And Jeremy, we've all been in that situation like John Kelly and just slide through, just past. And I mean, it's crazy to think that, I mean, because he slapped that thing in reverse, backed it up, and got it back in the stall pretty fast. So, I mean, it was good heads up on it, knowing that he was going to slide through. But, I mean, just that second on pit road, I mean, that's probably about at least almost a quarter of the track right there by the time he gets up to speed that he lost.
Waiting on the rest of these guys coming through to pit road. Let's do a little bit of swinging, Dustin. We haven't pulled up that camera, I don't think much at all. One of our newer TV little Easter eggs with the camera pack is we got a little swing action. This is kind of inspired from the Daytona swing camera off of turn 1, where you can see all the cars go from the inside to the outside from the grass view of the camera, and it kind of just cycles through the whole track.
Again, beautiful camera work by your man, Mr. Jay Stanley. No longer Jay Swifty.
Womp womp.
Pit stop
So
race leader
sorry.
Odendahl coming down for his pit stop as he's going to sit here and bring it down to pit road speed. So he definitely brought that thing in real hot, Jeremy, trying to maximize everything that he can. So now that is going to relinquish the race lead to the 94 of Jesse Whittington, as he is going to try to get some stuff done. When does the 94 come down pit road? Donnie Honeycutt still back there as well. Needs a pit stop. Jason Pick also needs to come down pit road.
Yeah, but we can go through the stats through our AI Chief pit road report as they do go through and kind of keep track of who's doing what. And right now, there's
Top
your
3.
since laps pit. 3 drivers left to go. Jesse Whittington, Donnie Honeycutt, Jason Pick, you just said them. They're all in the 50-plus lap bracket here. And they have they have way more fuel than what they need to finish this race. They just have to find pit road, and that's it. Altus, he's the next one on that list at 10 laps since his pit stop. And Mr. Hill's on right now. Bradley Minor in the 46. So when does the top 3 break in?
Yeah, and that's the question. You know, when do they come in? I mean, we know tires equalize out, but at what point in time are you just purging time on the track that is going to be detrimental to try to make back up? That is always the hard thing to do, Jeremy. And with pit strategy, and that's why sim racers, I mean, yes, we don't have to deal with the actual G-forces of real race car drivers, the heats in the cockpits of those things, but real race car drivers, they've got a crew chief that sits here and says, hey, you're coming in on this lap. Hey, you're at this amount of fuel. Come in for 4 tires fuel. The driver's just told what to do. They just have to hit their marks. Sim drivers not only have to hit their marks and race, but they're also doing calculations while they're driving to try to increase their pit strategy, to try to give them that chance. And that's what puts sim racers on a different level than, you know, a lot of other gamers or anything else, is because there's a lot of stuff that we have to do with sim racers.
1000%. Yeah, that's not just turn the wheel left, right? If you don't have a button box or you don't have adequate functionality all around you, like an AI Chief where you can just do it for you, but you definitely have to look at the tires. You have to flip-flop 2-4 feel. Do you do auto? Do you want 3 laps extra? All that has to be done by the keyboard in real time. And yes, I have more plugs in line too, by the way.
You just snuck a plug in there, my man. I'm so proud of you.
And it's not one of those rear plugs either. It's actually going to be another one from the Shirtitudes, as we're going to do the biggest movers presented by the Shirtitudes, also sponsor the Contender series. And we're going to cycle through those right there. The blow me ones, the I play games periodically, the show me your crits, just some fun nerdy stuff. There's our official gear if you want to support us as well. That's a very bright jersey, by the way, very bright. So that is a fanboy item, but that hat's super clean though. And all this is from iconapparelcompany.com. And there's your biggest movers, by the way. John Kelly up 11, Jonathan Gaston up 10. You got Jesse Whittington up 9, Donnie Honeycutt 6, Jason Pick also up 6. Those are your 5 biggest movers so far through 116 laps.
Yeah, and Jason Pick and Donnie Honeycutt are 2 of the drivers that have not pitted on this last cycle. Remember, Jesse Whittington, your race leader, has not pitted for this last cycle. Donnie Honeycutt has not pitted for the last cycle, nor Pick. Altus is the first one that has pitted on this last cycle for what would be the last pit stop. So, Jeremy, it's going to be interesting to see when these drivers come in.
53.
Yeah, it's
Coming in this time.
Coming in this time. There you go. Donnie Honeycutt in the 22 coming in this time. Oh, man, he would come in super hot on that one there. Locking them up, trying to get it down to pit road speed.
I'm curious to see what his pit lane time is in total, because if he can nail this stop here, he's going to be in a 42, maybe low 43 second bracket, which will definitely be something he needs to make up time with only 33 laps to go this time at the line. Jason Pick was supposed to come in last lap. He's now recalling it for this time around, as he's now said it twice on the radio in 2 laps. So let's see how well he does here. He's on the apron quite a bit. There's your look in.
Oh.
There he goes. On that. He was hugging that line a little bit, Dustin.
Yeah, he was hugging it. That one there may be close as far as being at pit road speed. And you want to talk about time on pit road. Donnie Honeycutt, 44 seconds flat. So definitely made up a little bit of time on that entry. Jesse Whittington, race leader, giving up the race lead, coming down for his last pit stop right now. That is going to cycle the race lead to the 18 of Joshua Altus. But Jeremy, he has got DJ Honeycutt, who has led a large number of laps tonight, hot on his tail. And we are working lap 119 of 150. Jeremy, we are getting close to 30 laps to go. And the race for the race lead and the battle for that lead is going to be heating up.
Yeah, 100% there is going to be a battle. Didn't expect Altus to be in this picture frame late in the going, but here he is. And there's your in-car telemetry presented by Twisted Speed Setups, where you can get all your oval stuff and a lot of road stuff. High-quality setups at a very, very competitive price. And that's at twistedspeedsetups.com. But here we go, looking at the 15 of DJ. You're riding on board the rear camera with free rotation presented by Boozy Tipsy Cam. As we're going to watch the 15. We've seen this angle before. We see him try to make this pass on the inside, and it works so well. He actually gets a little tight this time off of turn 4. As I haven't seen the rear camera being used to look forward in a while, but we're getting some great views from it nonetheless.
Yeah, this is battle for the race lead right now. DJ Honeycutt on the inside. Joshua Altus giving it everything he can right now. He's going to get that run on that high side. Going to put him back neck and neck. He's going to eke out the 15 of Honeycutt just a little bit, but then it rinses and repeats into the corner. Good entry by the 15. As long as he can stick it, Jeremy, if he doesn't have to choke it up, and he doesn't there, as now the 22 is coming through as well as Donnie Honeycutt. He's trying to get his lap back, try to get back up there. So had to get out of the way, but right now, DJ Honeycutt back to the point.
There he goes. Let's keep an eye on this number 4, Mr. Kelly. I think he might have a decent chance of closing in most of this 2.5, 2 3/4 second gap that he has to climb between himself and the 15 of Honeycutt. We'll see what he does there in car number 4. Showcasing his talents for the first time.
Currently your
At
biggest mover,
OTSS.
up 15 after green flag pit stop for the final time has been done.
Yeah, 1000% there. Just putting on a hell of a performance here to start off his career. And at Homestead Miami Speedway, where it's been so competitive through so many different drivers, cycling through the short runs, the long runs, a grueling race with no cautions. It is just all pure speed from these drivers at the end of the day. 28 laps remaining, and DJ's quickly got a half-second lead plus over the 18 Altus.
Yep. He has been stretching that out. It's sitting almost at 0.7 of a second split right now between first and second place. Kelly sitting here trying to track down. So let's see, Jeremy. We're going to not do it on the leader, but we're going to see how John Kelly is tracking on P2 Joshua Altus. And look at that. He is tracking right now, should catch him in approximately 7 laps, all green for the last 5 laps, Jeremy. And besides that 1 lap there at a 0.03, the rest of them have been a 0.2 or more gain. So he's coming.
He absolutely is there, and watch him try to get around the 53 at the moment. Jason Pick not for position. Just kind of riding his wake into a little bit of a dirty air moment here for John. It's going to slow him down momentarily. As we can see, maybe right back to 2.6, 2.5. He's kind of stalled out a little bit. Make some ground up here as the dirty air has kind of gone away back to the clean air for the time being. 2.5 is the gap. Now he's in the fours for the first time. Yeah, I think if he runs a consistent pace here all the way through, we might see a 3-car battle here for the race lead.
Yeah, he's tracking to at least catch Joshua Altus. And Jeremy, we've stated it time and time again. Catching a driver is one thing. Passing them is a completely different thing. And it's going to be tough. You know, we know Altus is a very tough competitor, very clean, but very tough competitor. He's not just going to roll over and let you have it. You're going to have to earn it. And there's a lot of drivers that are the same way. You're going to have to earn it. If you catch me, that's fine. You're going to try to pass me, you're going to earn that position.
No other way to have it at OTSS for sure. 24 laps remain, 23 at the line here for this guy. He's got himself a nice, comfortable lead at the moment. This 53 again, not for position. This is just for Jason to get his lap back. 23 to go now, as we have half our field on the lead lap. The other half seems to be 1 lap down or more. It's from 16th on back, with only 1 driver really out. Actually, a couple drivers. I think Rocky Scott and Dave Harrington, only 2 drivers out, and everybody else still running. So still a very successful race to open up the season.
Yes, and actually Brad Miner is out as well. He did take that car behind the garage. So Brad Miner in the 46, Rocky Scott in the 69, and Dave Harrington in the 66 are the drivers out of tonight's event. Lauren Vincent in 20th place on up are still in contention. But Jeremy, I mean, that says something. I mean, 23 drivers took the grid, and you still got 20 drivers on the track competing for positions right now. Fantastic showing for the inaugural running an event for the Contender Series.
Looking at some of these other drivers just kind of cycling through here. John Kelly in the 4 is slowed back down to a 2.7 disadvantage now, so off the pace a little bit. Goes car number 4. He has Bobby Mantle behind him at just over a second gap. He's running the very outside wall. Maybe it's time to lift that spoiler camera some more. There's some incidental contact to the outside wall for the 89, but also the car behind him there, Mr. David, running just as high up there. Look at him, all the way up to the tippy top of the racetrack.
Yeah, he is right up there. And yes, the 4 of John Kelly is losing ground to the leader, but he is gaining ground on Joshua Altus right now. So there's only about a 0.2 difference in between those 2 drivers. So we're about to see a battle here for P2 real quick, and with the way that the 88 is racing right now, David Odendahl, that could be a 3-car battle here real quick for that second position. Oh!
End of the outside wall. Tries it too hard here. If you want to run the outside wall here at Homestead, you really have to back up your entry. There's no doubt about it. Unless you want to scrub all the grip off the right front tire, you can drive it about midway, slide it up to the outside for rotation, but you're just going to chew that right front tire up. So you really got to back it down, and Odendahl just too much speed carried on entry, could not slow it down. Remember, these cars right now, they're going about 135 miles per hour through the corner. It's not fast. It's not a fast track. So they crawl through those corners, and so you really have to be patient with the car to maximize your speed for that corner entry runoff.
Yeah, you really do. I mean, it's a touch and go situation here as we got a battle for P2. That is going to be Altus on the inside in that 18. And we are riding on the A pillar on the driver's side right now of the Ford. John Kelly is going to get that massive run on the outside, clears the 18 of Altus, and confirms and takes over P2.
Just like that, there it goes there. Anthony Yankello on pit road. One of the drivers that came down really early and has to make that final pit stop. He's actually 50 plus seconds. This might be a race ender here for the 79. He parks it probably for the evening, still on pit road. Yeah, this is going to be it. Anthony Yankello all appears to be all but done.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, was having a very, very good run for the season opener here. And remember, this is the first time OTSS has run the B-class cars or the O'Reilly cars. So, I mean, this is new to a number of drivers in the OTSS league environment. So, was definitely running a good season opener. We'd seen him up in the top 10. So, unfortunate turn of events for driver 79, Anthony Yankello.
Second place driver there. There's your third place. About a second or so separations between each driver outside of the race lead. Minus these two guys. Yeah, I think this is going to be your third place finisher at the current pace, unless David does something a little different. He's getting loose. He's overdriving the entry. The car is still carrying a decent amount of grip. Overall, 15 laps remaining in the palm trees and sunshine. 225. For the Contender Series season opener, series opener, as David, I think, maybe scratched the wall there off of turn 1, still flirting with it, but he's got the lap times to back it up.
Yeah, you just don't want to burn that stuff off. I mean, and here's the thing. I mean, he can sit here and give himself a little bit more room, a little bit more conservative like he did that corner there, because the 18 of Altus is not running up top like that. So he can take it to that top side and have clean air, doesn't have to worry about the dirty air, because he's not following the same path as he gets into the wall again, Jeremy. And it is. I mean, you know, it's just a miscue. He's not backing his corner entry up to roll in like that. And, I mean, Jason Rockefeller said it best on Tuesday's broadcast in the Select Series. These corners will sneak up on you. Like the transition from straightaway to corner, it gets lost. And as a driver pulls more and more laps, it gets harder to differentiate between the straightaway wall and the corner wall and where they actually transgress and shift away from each other.
Sure. Approaching 10 laps remaining here, Dustin. Just watching these drivers log some laps for the most part. We know who our top three is going to be. Yeah, this is a decent battle. You found it here. That's EJ Luna in the 24 on the inside. Paulie Torrance on the outside. Momentarily, Paulie's going to take that spot. Paulie Torrance in 7th. EJ Luna P8. And Jesse Whittington in the 94 going to put himself into this picture for a little 3-car battle to close out this race.
Yeah, and right there, just inside the top 10, Jeremy. We said it time and time again. We've covered it time and time again. This is where some of the best battles. EJ Luna up into the wall. That's going to slow his pace a little bit. You've seen the 94 of Whittington go way low. He's going to pass Luna, get a good run on the 6 of Polly Torrance. Now he's going to get that draft pull down the straightaway a little bit and try to attack. He's going to go to the top side. Polly Torrance to the bottom.
All the way up there. It's a
Oh.
little bit of wall glue. Yep. And he had to pull down from that there. He's going to lose that ground there. EJ to the inside. Side by side for 8th place. So who's going to win this battle here directly door to door. Into turn number 1 with 11 laps to go. You would imagine that Jesse's going to get the runoff advantage, and he sure does. There he goes. Single file. These 2 drivers go.
Yeah, and that's that high line advantage there. Right now, Polly Torrance still holds the 7th position, which is what these 3 drivers are battling for right now. Solid top 10 finish for the season opener. Question is, who's going to get it? We got 10 laps to go in tonight's event. And right now, Jeremy, it has been all this man right here, driver 15, DJ Honeycutt. He is just out cruising right now, 3.4 second lead over the number 4, his Ghost Motorsports teammate, John Kelly. And Jeremy, it's looking pretty good. And as we were talking about that and covering that battle for 7th, David Odendahl was able to get around Joshua Altus for that P3 in the final spot in the Nerd TV podium as it sits right now.
Oh, loose. Big looseness there from Odendahl. Good save there. Don't give up your first start and potentially going to be in the top 3 podium. Going to be talking to us here momentarily. And he almost threw it out the window, but he's got Altus on the back bumper. So not only is he loose, he also has to compete with one of the best OTSS drivers. And this will be a fun one to close out. Who's going to be talking to us? Is it now going to be Joshua, or is it going to be Mr. David?
Oh, well, I tell you what, if Odendahl keeps scraping the wall like that, it's going to be Altus, because Altus will capitalize on that. Odendahl has got to give himself a little bit of room to stay out of that wall, because he's scrubbing off so much time, literally and metaphorically. But this is going to be a good battle. This is for the final spot in the Nerd TV podium. Side by side, Altus on the bottom side, Odendahl on the top side. Loose out of Altus. He has to back it out.
Nose to tail, 7 laps remaining. Joshua to the inside. Door to door with David here momentarily. David goes all the way to the outside wall, still thinks that's the preferred lane. As we go to the A-pillar camera looking back at the 18. And he's going to stay in the clean air, go to the bottom, going to stay committed to that line. He knows he's got the car, he just has to have the patience to go with it. Off corner exit turn number 4, 6 to go. Yep, I mean, it's not working now, but give him some time. Joshua has that patience card. He knows how to wait his turn. He's going to try to make this happen when he can. More contact to the outside wall goes David.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you seen the puff of smoke from the camera angle there off the A-pillar. You heard the sheet metal scraping, but still somehow able to maintain right now. 6 laps to go. That battle is heating up. DJ Honeycutt still leading, now stretched it out to 4.3 seconds. Fantastic run right now for driver 15. But this right here is the closest battle that we have going on for that podium spot right now. John Kelly, he's out there 2 seconds ahead of this battle himself, so he's on an island in his own zip code as these drivers are really giving it everything.
They really are. They know what's up for stakes, what the prize is, a podium position. People look at stats like me. You see top 3s, you see top 5s, you see top 10s. Oh, as David gets loose again, door to door. Here comes Altus, but then he's going to get loose trying to maximize the effort off of 88's looseness, and it's going to back him up. Another 2 car links here. He's going to have to back. He's going to go to the outside this time.
Yeah,
He's gonna
I
change it
was
up.
just going to say that. Altus now going to that top side. And then he gets loose and pounds the wall. That's not good, Jeremy. He's going to lose a lot and potential front nose damage to that. And Jeremy, I mean, he was looking good, but the front nose lost grip. He had to chase it up the track. And unfortunately, that wall was up there, and it is never ever a forgiving element, that wall, at any of these tracks.
No, it might look like a safer barrier, but in the virtual world, it is just as hard as concrete and very unforgiving. And I think that might be all the 18 had in stock for us here as he continues to back up a little bit further from the 88. And now with just 2 laps to go, just over 3 miles left in this race, DJ Honeycutt with a 5-second lead to end this thing out. Just got to hit your marks 8 more times, sir, and you're getting yourself a checkered flag.
Yeah, I mean, and hats off, I mean, to DJ Honeycutt and all the drivers tonight. It has been a fantastic race. What a season opener right now for the Contender Series. This is something that I know the admins and the drivers are going to be ecstatic about this showing in this event, Jeremy, because we are literally 1 corner away. As he comes off the corner, we are looking for that white flag. Barney, the flag man, waving the white flag. This thing, Jeremy, will go flag to flag for the season opener of the Contender Series. DJ Honeycutt leading the way.
Just keep the camera on this man. He deserves it there. Now, definitely has the most laps led. Once he got it about, past the third of the way through this race mark, he has not looked back. This thing has been him all the way through and through the turns 3 and 4 for the final time to pick up the checkered flag. First time winner of the Contender Series. Overall, DJ Honeycutt scores the victory.
What a drive. I mean, and what a personal stat. They're going to look back on this when this series is in its, 7th and 8th season. They're going to say, who was ever the first winner of the Contender Series? And that is a stat that nobody can take away from DJ Honeycutt. Awesome race. Excellent drive to the victory. Well earned. And fantastic job to all the drivers, Jeremy. Flag to flag on the season opener. Man, I can't harp on that anymore. I mean, that is fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good. And then also at the line, David Odenhall took second place from John Kelly, who ran out of field off of turn number 4, lost 2 seconds, and at the very last second, 88 P2, John Kelly P3. And there we go. Burnouts there for the victor. DJ burning it down here. He knows how to do a burnout. He's done these a few times since we started broadcasting these group of guys.
Absolutely. And yeah, I mean, to talk about it, I mean, Odendahl, Kelly, first races in the series, and they bring home a podium. Fantastic run for both of those drivers, too. Bobby Mantle was able to sit here and push back. He was a second behind Joshua Altus in the closing laps there, was able to get around Altus for P4. So fantastic job.
Yeah, 1,000%. I wanted some contenders from the new guys to showcase their stuff to the old guys.
You got it. We got it.
That's it. Love to see it. So here's your unofficial results here for tonight's series race opener. It'll be DJ Honeycutt, David Odendahl, and John Kelly talking to us in the booth. Bobby Mantle and Joshua Altus complete your top 5. 6 through 10 is going to be Tyler Honeycutt, Jesse Winnington, EJ Luna, Polly Torrance, and Donnie Honeycutt. And just to go over some of the biggest stats here tonight. Fastest lap, surprisingly, coming from the 05 is Sharon Hill with a 33.696 from Sentinel Motorsports. John Kelly with the hardest charger. We talked about him going up 15 positions. DJ, a very nice 69 laps led here this evening, and he also takes the pole position there. So 18 lead changes during green flag conditions and 0 cautions, which is probably the most impressive stat this evening. So they're instructing the new guys to find the waiting room. Of course, the veterans know what they're doing. We got John, we got David. And so, Dustin, I think it's time to conclude that and go to our post-race show presented by Victor Fuel. We're going to talk to these guys here. First off, the number 4 of John Kelly. John Kelly, this is Jeremy and Dustin in the booth here. What's going on, man?
Living the dream. How about you?
Living the dream. We're doing great. Fantastic stuff. I'm glad to call this series from day one of his infancy here. So, and you're a part of it. This is your first race here, and you get up to top three. Ghost Motorsports brought you on, and well earned top three, man. How'd your race go?
It went well. I had auto fuel on with only one margin lap, so I looked at my fuel with about 2 to go. I'm like, oh, I am half a lap short. So would have gotten second, but overall, really fun race. Flag to flag is awesome. Great group of guys. DJ was unbeatable tonight. He had a great car, great speed. It was fun.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, flag to flag. I mean, excellent run by all of you guys. You guys did a fantastic job. Congratulations, John, on P3. I know P2 was right there, but we learned lessons. Auto fuel doesn't always work, and I guarantee you that's something you're going to put in your back pocket there, saying, "Yeah, not again, not again. I'm going to get that P2 or that win with it." But walk us through this track here. I mean, we've seen drivers go low, we've seen drivers run high, we've seen drivers do both of them. What was it like for you out there on that track tonight? Where were you finding your speed, and where were you finding your ability to make those passes?
Yeah, so overall, we knew that the bottom was going to be the most dominant. You can go about a lane up, put your lefts on that seam, but I think where we benefited was a lot of guys were we noticed were running the top or running really hard, and we knew tire fall off was going to be a big thing. So we all stuck to the bottom, saved our stuff, ran slow at first. Some guys passed us, but we were able to get them on the long run. Another good thing about going flag to flag is tire saving does matter. But yeah, it was great. Got a lot of speed on the bottom. Fun race overall.
Yeah, it was very fun to watch from our perspective, especially the first stint there where just 2, 3 wide, all 50
Yep.
plus laps. That was great to see. But John, congratulations. Even though it wasn't second place because of the fuel, you still got top three. So a great way to start the series. And any shout outs before we let you go tonight?
Yeah, thank you guys for putting it on. I'm sure it's going to be a great broadcast. I just subscribed on YouTube, so I can't wait to watch it back. I want to thank Ghost Motorsports for bringing me on. Great bunch of guys and all the admin team that worked really hard to put this together. It's a great turnout, and I'm really excited for the rest of the season.
All right, man. Glad to have you on board. And we will catch you next week at the Nashville Fairgrounds here, short track style.
Love it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. That was the number 4 there, newcomer to the series and for Ghost Motorsports, John Kelly. Now we're going to go to David Odendahl, driving the number 88. Just really good performance from your car, man. You had some good mid to long run speed in that thing. You bounced that thing off the wall, still carried a ton of momentum, even if you have found the wall. So, congratulations on a solid start to the series.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
man. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, Jeremy, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, coming into this race, man. Of course, you're fresh here with these boys, and so what was your expectations behind the wheel?
Honestly, I was gonna save tires to start with, and then I started passing people, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll work my way up to the front. And I got up there pretty fast. And once we got like 40 laps in, I was like, my tires were gone, and I started dropping back a little bit. So I don't know. I feel like I fit in pretty good. I learned a lot from this race because I've never really have done a race this long. So I definitely learned a lot.
Yeah, I tell you what, and it's always great, man. First off, congratulations on P2, but it's always great to see new drivers to the league come in and just kind of mesh and gel with the other drivers and can go up there and hang and compete with the veteran drivers that have already established their abilities, their speed, and their skills. And I mean, you were right there right off the bat. Actually, Jeremy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was one of the first newcomers that I sat here and pointed about how fast he was moving up, and that
Was
was
number 1.
yep, I was probably about the time, David, that you were burning your tires off. But man, I mean, you were one of them that no matter what, you were bouncing it off that wall there late in the race, coming to the checkered flag, but you stayed committed there and still made it work, man. Tell us how it was in this car with the twisted speed setups and just ripping that lip up at the top.
Yeah, the second run, I kind of tried to save tire and see if I could catch DJ. And then the third run, I was like, they early pitted, so I had to catch quite a bit. And I was like, I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna rip this fence and see if I can do anything. And I had the right rear hanging out. Sometimes I hit the wall. Sometimes I made it through. But no, I was like, I'm gonna have fun with it. See if I can catch them. And yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
I tell
Yeah,
you
a
what,
lot of
man, it absolutely looked fantastic on there, man. It's you and Altus were putting on a hell of a battle there for P3, and then you were able to get around John Kelly there, who found out that the auto fuel is not always as reliable um, as as one would think, man, and got P2. So I mean, fantastic job. Look forward to see what you and Kelly and a lot of the other newcomers to the series and the league have to offer. It's going to be a fun schedule. It's going to be good. But I tell you what, man, congratulations again on second place. But the floor is yours. Any shout outs, any thanks, anything you want to give?
I would like to shout out my wife and kids, and you guys, of course. And that's it. You guys have a good night.
man, you do the same. We'll catch you next week at the Nashville Fairgrounds. And there is the 88 there of David Odendahl. Now we got the two newcomers out of the way. To make room for this guy, an Icon Apparel Company, Victory Lane. DJ Honeycutt, driver number 15, leading the most laps, gets the pole and gets the victory. DJ, congrats, man.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Yes, sir. Super fast car. That twisted speed setup was ripping for a lot of drivers. You maximized it. What were you doing to just be so dominant on these long runs?
Yeah, man, the setup felt really good, especially for my driving style. So shout out to Twisted Speed Setups. Appreciate them coming on and giving us some sets for this contender series here. But I feel like everybody else just moved around a lot more. I picked my line that I felt comfortable racing, and I stuck to it the entire race. I didn't really budge from it. Maybe a lane or two just to get around some guys. Everybody else kind of went to the top and for a lot of the race. And like I said, I stuck to it. Kept my tires up under me, exiting straight off, and I mean it just worked wonders. Did a really good job on the long runs, and slowly just extended my lead there in that last run, and had to chase a couple guys down because of the different the pit strategies. But all in all, it worked out for me. I had a great feeling car, and I'm tired though.
Oh, I bet, my man. Congratulations on the win. Seems like it's been a hot minute since we've interviewed you from the Icon Apparel Company Victory Lane, but you did. I mean, you worked for it, man. You had to chase down drivers like Bobby Mantle, and then had to not only catch him but then battle him. And Bobby wasn't going to roll over and just let you have it. But you earned this victory through and through. Now that you got the win under your belt, and I was telling Jeremy, this is a stat that nobody can take away from you. When the Contender Series is 7, 8, 9 seasons deep, and they say, who was the driver that won the first ever Contender Series event? Your name is there and can never be taken away. Now that you got this win down, what are your plans going forward for the rest of the season? Because you guys actually put together, a solid schedule for both Select and Contender.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. It gives us the opportunity to go out there and keep this momentum up. And we've got a strong league. We've got two strong series. We've got a lot of great race car drivers here on the iRacing sim. So I'm just happy to be here, man. I'm happy that we've gotten so many good guys who are here racing with us, and that makes it all worthwhile. And especially to know a win is a win. But when you win against like this caliber of guys, it means a little bit more. So I'm just super excited to be here. I'm super excited to be competitive amongst a strong field like we have for both series. I'm just excited for the rest of this season. This should be a lot of fun. I'm just going to go out there. I'm going to try to give me some more wins, and I'm just going to. At the end of the day, we just want to have a lot of fun. And these cars are definitely my preferred car over the truck. So I'm excited for this series. We got a little bit longer races as well, so should be a lot of fun for everybody involved, and hopefully you guys enjoy calling it.
Yeah, 1000%. We sure did. It was a blast, man. So thank you, man, for everything. And floor is yours. Final shout outs or anything before we let you go?
Yeah, guys, as always, thank you guys. We can't put on as good of a broadcast without some of the best broadcasters there is out there. So I appreciate you guys always being there for us and being our partners in both series. Shout out to Grandma Mary. She's always rooting me on. I always get that text message before I even cross the finish line telling me congratulations. So I love you, Grandma. Thank you. And lastly, just shout out to Ghost Motorsports, my teammates. We had a good run here, and it could have been a little bit better for some of the guys who kind of got stuck in the back of the field. But all in all, I think we had a good race overall, and hopefully everybody comes back and joins us next week for race 2.
Yep. Looking forward to it. Hopefully they do, and hopefully the number's even bigger there after seeing tonight's race. Why would you not want to partake? And congrats once more, and we'll see you next week, sir.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Yes, sir. And that is the driver interview portion. And it's going to conclude the post-race show presented by iRacing iFlag. Dustin Loxton, look at you, man. Just pressing the buttons with a leisure day one here for the Contender Series. Not much action. Not much. I don't think he even touched the replay button.
No, no, I did. I did for Rocky Scott. Remember the
yes.
pit entry?
One
That
time.
was the one
That's it?
time, and that was it. I mean, they made it easy for pulling double duty, being in the booth with you and producing. So, but man, I mean, you can't say it enough. I mean, great caliber group of drivers, flag to flag for the season opener. Gonna be a fantastic season, Jeremy. Like I'm excited. I'm not only happy for the OTSS guys, both the admins and the drivers and everybody in between, but I'm happy for them for what they have built and for us having the ability to call these races because Jeremy, I mean, they put on some fantastic stuff. I even had something new for tonight that Scott Martin from Icon Apparel had been asking for so long. And that was on the leaderboard on the bottom, actually flashing the caution lights. And I couldn't even use it tonight. I actually got it working just before the race. Couldn't even use it tonight.
Well, Scott, you chose the wrong series to implement that kind of feature because they don't like that yellow flappy fabric thing. So, sorry, bud. Maybe Tuesday coming up. They did have some cautions last week or this week, so I don't know. We'll find out. But thanks you guys tuning in. We got to 600 plus. So I heard David said he subscribed, so that should be 601. So thank you guys for getting us to the number 600. So very
now
good
off
stuff.
To 7. Now off to 7, Jeremy. Spread the word. Spread the word.
Share the link. Share the link. Get it out there. Thank you guys for tuning in. 25, I think, plus, kind of like how it was on Tuesday. So tune in as we're going to go to North Wilkesboro Truck Series Racing for race number 2 of the Select Series season number 3. And you guys have a good weekend. Stay safe. Get your nerd on. Dustin, what you got for him?
Not goodbye. It is just till next time, folks. Thank you all. Much love and respect. Have a good night.
Touchscreen and louder to the range. Fuel burns in the glow of the pixel blaze. The rubber moves roll with a fist clenched tight. Your TV lights up the endless night. Fight to fight, we live to speed. No TV feeds our endless need. Heartbeats pound and engines cry. Best broadcast under the virtual sky. Turn the wheel, feel the breakneck roll. Sim racer staring through the thunder soul. Gear shifts crack like a lightning storm. Digital warriors breaking the norm. Turn the wheel, feel the breakneck roll. Sim racer staring through the thunder soul. Gear shifts crack like a lightning storm.